Step 6 is about living your life your way. You can choose to buy services, maybe the same ones you've used till now, but you can also choose to spend your money in the community, on support from local people, or on activities or facilities. Or you could mix and match so you get the best combination for you.
What's good about being in control of my own sort of money and funding is the freedom to carry on doing the things I always did. So things like, going to football, being able to get out and about on my own in the electric wheelchair. It's funding for that. It's enabled me to stay in the house without needing support in the house through technology, things like fall detectors and door entry systems.
We looked at what could we do to minimise me having to go into hospital. And the thing someone came up with was air conditioning, because in the summer I get very, very hot, and although I've got oxygen, it doesn't help me with my breathing when it's very, very warm. So I often have to sit in the car with the air conditioning on, which is a bit of a faff in itself doing that. So my support plan identified the PA support I would need each day, but by saying, well, actually my husband helps me every morning, which he does, and he helps me go to bed at night. I don't need to be paying a PA to do that, and it wasn't really working anyway. The money that I would not use on paid support for those hours, I could free up to pay for an air conditioning unit in one room, which meant that when it gets really hot, as it did last summer, I had a refuge, somewhere I could go. But it did prevent me from going into hospital on at least 2 occasions last summer. So it really has already, I would imagine the NHS would tell you, saved a lot of money.
This time last year I was basically a broken man. Recently, wife telling me she wanted a divorce. I was in hospital, in local psychiatric hospital, and so this last 12 months have really probably become better now than I was previous to going into hospital. Having an individual budget has helped me quite a bit with my artwork, because it's allowed me to purchase some more materials, which, as you can see by the size of this painting, it can be quite expensive and quite heavy-handed. I'm quite heavy-handed with the paint, and it's allowed me to do that, which is very beneficial for me because it helps me an awful lot relax.
In George's case, if you think about paint, if you've been going to a day centre, the paint would probably be there, so you'd be paying for it in one way or another. So that all the things in his support plan are aimed at making his life work better.
Craig's life has completely changed now. Now he has a team of staff that do his physio every day, so that means his physical health is much more improved. Because Craig's having a fulfilled life where he's in and out, he's got lots of friends now, he's got a brilliant network of support around him, so his epilepsy, which Craig suffers quite a lot from epilepsy, that is subdued now, and I think that's because he's stimulated all the time.
The other thing I was told that my house was unadaptable for a wheelchair, because part of the money that I was given was in respect of that problem. I went on the internet and found some ramps which are like plastic, like Lego bricks, and you can just put them to whatever dimensions and size you want. And I've managed to make my whole house wheelchair accessible for less than £500. So it just goes to prove, if you give disabled people the money and the responsibility that goes with that money, they can actually make that money work much harder.
I go to the supermarket with Joan, and that's my big day out once a week. And I really enjoy that, because a lovely run out in Joan's car, and we amble round, because that's literally what you do, amble round the supermarket and meet all the different people. I quite enjoy it. It's a day out for me. It's like having a sports car. You whip in and out of the alleyways, and you know, you've got to be careful you don't knock elderly shoppers over, but it's great.
Now she's got the individual budget, she goes out more. We're going to Longleat today. She enjoys it now, I think. She enjoys to go out a lot more now, so it's really good.
It has been my dream to go up in a hot air balloon I couldn't do that because the company went out of business. But look what I did do. It was an amazing experience.
Okay, Bob, you want to try the control now? Put your hand on the control. Lovely. You have control now. Move the stick left. Further left, further left. Left. That's it. You see it roll left. Push the stick right. There we go. You can feel it fly, can you?
I didn't realize that a disabled person could be powerful in the sky and have freedom. I only wish I could fly to my meetings to save having to go through traffic jams on the roads.
Now he's his own man. And he's quite independent. He does have support. He does get the support that he actually needs. It's the support that is right for him. And he has just absolutely flourished.
I'm in control. I'm a citizen of the community, of my independence life. I say I got my life back.
I think the two main things are having his own home and having a flexible budget where he can make choices that are right for him.